How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video. My name is IBagMixK, and this time it's another deck list. As you can see from the title, this time it is Kuriboh OTK. It was a really interesting deck to do. It was a pain in the ass, but it was a lot of fun too. It is requested this time by Ed13 High, or ED13 High. I'm not sure how you want me to pronounce it, but that's it. Okay, so let's jump right into it. The focus of this deck is to get out this guy right here that I have up here, Winged Kuriboh level 10. And his effect, if you've seen the video, is you use Transcendent Wings to special summon him, and then during your opponent's battle phase, so this has to be during your opponent's turn in their battle phase, which fortunately the cards that you use to summon him are all quick play anyway, so that works out. You contribute Winged Kuriboh level 10, and it destroys all attack position monsters that your opponent controls and inflicts damage equal to their combined attack to your opponent's life points. That's pretty damn powerful. The focus is there's two steps to this deck basically. You want to load your opponent's side of the field with high attack monsters, and then preferably, if you can, in the same turn, get out Winged Kuriboh and wipe them for their 8,000 life points. So you have two Winged Kuriboh level 10s in there. The next card is Arcana for 0. It is imperative. This card is in there as a stall card because this obviously is a very weak deck. You want to have a good defense built up, something you can stall to keep going until you get cards needed to get out Winged Kuriboh or to load your opponent's side of the field. Arcana for 0, it's imperative that you set this card in defense position because it can't be changed to defense position, but if it's set in defense position and attacked and flipped over, it'll stay in defense position. It's really important that you don't use its effect here, the heads tails thing. It's not worth it because you can't flip them into defense position and you can still take battle damage and 0 attack, so it kind of sucks. Then you'll have two Grinder Golems here. This is, like I said, for putting high attack monsters on your opponent's side of the field. You special summon two regular old Grinder tokens to your side of the field and puts this guy with 3,000 attack over to your opponent's side of the field. So that's really good if you have like Nightmare Steel Cage or Swords Revealing Light or something else like that. That can really build up your opponent's attack power while you're just sitting there waiting with Winged Kuriboh right there. So you have two Grinder Golems, 3 Kuribohs, because it's not a Kuriboh deck without Kuriboh. Plus it can be very useful. Kuriboh you always want to keep in your hand. Never set this or never put it down because you discard it and it negates any battle damage from one specific battle. That's really helpful. Sorry about that. So we have 3 Kuribohs, 2 Lava Golems, basically the same function as Grinder Golem, except you have to tribute 2 monsters that your opponent has instead of just summoning by putting tokens on your side of the field. But same thing, 3,000 attack, good attack force, good fodder for Winged Kuriboh level 10. So you have 2 Lava Golems. Marshmallow, it's an essential, shouldn't even be questioning it. Morphing Jar, essential, shouldn't be questioning it. Mystic Tomato is very good for getting a Winged Kuriboh out onto your field. Oh, excuse me. Because Winged Kuriboh is imperative to making Winged Kuriboh level 10 actually summonable, you know what I mean? So just have one Mystic Tomato. It's not too essential because you'll usually end up getting a Winged Kuriboh either in your first hand or your first couple of hands. That's really helpful. Sangan for the same exact purpose. It serves the same purpose as Mystic Tomato. Shining Angel. Actually, no. Winged Kuriboh isn't. No, he's a light monster. So then, what is the relevancy of Mystic Tomato? I'm trying to see here. Oh, it's regular Kuriboh. Okay. Okay. Had to think about my own deck for a second there. So you take Mystic Tomato and use him to get out Kuriboh, and then use that in combination with Multiply, which we'll get to in a second. So that's his function. Mystic Tomato, now that I think of that, now that I remember that, that's kind of, you could probably change that. Mystic Tomato is optional, you could throw something else in there if you needed to. But Sangan is to get Winged Kuriboh out onto your hand or into your field if you end up summoning him afterwards. Shining Angel, same exact function as Sangan. That's all, except it works for light monsters exclusively. So it's basically a light version of Mystic Tomato. To use that for that purpose. Spirit Reaper, another stall card, because you need those with this low-powered terrible deck. And then 3 regular winged Kuribos. This is the card if you have multiples of. You'll want to definitely set this one, because if it's destroyed and sent to the graveyard, any type of destroyed, either by a card effect, trap, battle, anything like that, as long as it's sent to the graveyard and not removed from play, any battle damage from that turn becomes 0. So that's basically like a beefed up Kuriboh. But you have 3 winged Kuribos, and that's going to come into play. The whole focus around this deck is with this card and winged Kuriboh level 10. Transcendent Wings. What you do is you send winged Kuriboh that you control to the graveyard, and then 2 cards from your hand also, and that special summons 1 winged Kuriboh level 10 from your hand or your deck. And it's also quick play, which is awesome. The main combo you're going to be using in this deck to win is with Flute of Summoning Kuriboh on your opponent's turn, because that's also quick play. So you'll set that one down, provided you already have a nice lineup of attack monsters on your opponent's side of the field, or high attack monsters, enough to total 8,000 or higher. So you'll set that down, you'll use that to summon a winged Kuriboh onto your side of the field, and then wait till your opponent's battle phase. Hopefully you'll have Transcendent Wings set down, use that, and then that puts out winged Kuriboh level 10, and if it's in your opponent's battle phase, there's nothing they can do, because you can automatically activate level 10's effect, clear their monsters, and there you go. So we have 3 Flute of Summoning Kuribohs and 3 Transcendent Wings. I know we only have 2 winged Kuriboh level 10s, but those don't matter, because those can come out of your hand or your deck. These are harder to pull. That's why you have more of these and less of the applicable card. Limit Reverse is a way to get winged Kuriboh back if you run out. You're not able to use it for winged Kuriboh level 10, so that kind of sucks. But you can use that to get back winged Kuriboh. You could use it to even get back like Marshmelon or Spirit Reaper if you had to, though you are going to take a hit because it summons them in attack position, and you can't put them into defense position. So I really caution against that, but if you absolutely had to, you can. Magic Cylinder, because it's a direct attack life point deck, and you're putting a lot of high-powered monsters on your opponent's side of the field, that's very, very helpful in whittling down their life points. Mirror Force, it's an essential. I would caution against using it, which I never thought I'd end up saying, but since you have the goal is to put high attack monsters on your opponent's side of the field, I would caution against using it if they attack with those, because you want to kind of keep those on their field. But if they filled their field or something like that, it's a good way to clear out their field so you can put monsters that you want on their field. Nightmare Archfiends, this works in combination with Grinder Golem, since you have to summon 2 Grinder tokens in order to put this guy on your opponent's monster card zone. But you contribute one of those Grinder tokens to put 3 Nightmare Archfiend tokens, which have 2,000 attack each, on your opponent's side of the field. Super useful. Super useful. This is something that you'll probably want to use. Like, this is all a 1-turn combo. Let's say you summon Grinder Golem on your first turn, and you'll get a hand that's like Grinder Golem, Nightmare Archfiends, Transcendent Wings, Flute of Summoning Kuriboh. Let's just say for the hell of it, winged Kuriboh if you have it, doesn't really matter, and Wabaku, for example. You'll set down your Wabaku, you'll set down Nightmare Archfiends, you'll set Transcendent Wings, and you'll set Flute of Summoning Kuriboh. Very, very risky, I know. But then you'll summon Grinder Golem, which will put 2 Grinder tokens on your side of the field. Then you'll end your turn. And this is all hypothetical, by the way. Then you'll end your turn. You'll go to your opponent's turn. Immediately use Nightmare... No, don't immediately use Nightmare Archfiends. Because they can use those to tribute summon, and that's a bad thing. Wait till they've at least summoned a monster, or set a monster, and if they don't, that's fine. Then use Nightmare Archfiends, which puts 3 2,000 attack monsters And then keep in mind they already have Grinder Golem on their side of the field, so that's 3,000. 6,000 plus 3,000, that's 9,000. You're already over their life points. Then you just wait for them to attack, because they will attack. They're going to feel cocky with 2,000 point monsters and a 3,000 point monster, and you having a token on your field which has 0 attack. They'll go into their battle phase, and that's where you slam them. Flew to Summoning Kuriboh, get out your Winged Kuriboh. Transcendent Wings gets out your Winged Kuriboh level 10, use his effect, and you just cleared them in one turn. And that's the focus of this deck. So you have 2 Nightmare Archfiends, 3 Waboku, because it can be difficult at times to set this combo up perfectly, and you're going to need something to stop your monsters from either getting destroyed or to stop any battle damage on you. Heavy Storm, use with caution again, because Transcendent Wings and Flew to Summoning Kuriboh are going to be set. So use it sparingly. You can only use it once. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying, but use it with caution. Multiply is another good defense tactic, because it's a fucking hilarious card. You can use your Mystic Tomato to get out Kuriboh, and then use that in conjunction with Multiply, which is also Quick Play, to load your field with tokens. Little bit of a risk if you're going with the Grinder Golem aspect of powering up your opponent's side of the field, because you can't summon your Grinder tokens because your entire field is filled, and those monsters, those Kuriboh tokens that you end up summoning with Multiply can't be tributed, so that kind of sucks. But yeah, 1 Multiply, because it's not really an essential type of card. Mystical Space Typhoon, it's an essential. You should always have it in your deck. 2 Pot of Avarice, in case something goes horribly wrong, you lose all your Winged Kuribohs, or your 2 Winged Kuriboh level 10s go into your graveyard, you can pull them back. So 2 Pot of Avarice, and then lastly 1 Scapegoat, because it's a really good defense mechanism. But that is that. It's an even 20 and 20, 20 spells and traps, 20 monsters, so you have an even chance of drawing both. So yeah, it's a strategic deck, very difficult to set the combo up, but if you do it, it's super powerful. So make sure you study this deck in and out before you use it. Make sure you know exactly what you're doing. But if you can get it going good, it's pretty damn good. It's pretty damn cool. Alright, so that is that. Leave a like if you like Kuriboh, which I can't imagine anybody actually likes Kuriboh, so, you know, whatever. But yes, leave a like for that. Leave a comment if there's any decks that we've done that you'd like to see listed out for your use and for your enjoyment. And subscribe so you can be the first one to get my videos when I put them out. That is about that. That's all I have for you guys right now. Thanks Ed13High for that suggestion. And thank you guys so much for watching.